232. Hashtag commitment talk at do.the.work.podcast. Hashtag VerseTV232C.
How to gauge if somebody wants a relationship in the early stages of dating. Because at the end of the day, if you want a relationship, then you need to stand in your power and be firm about that. As opposed to, oh, I'm just not going to say anything and let's see if anything evolves and I don't want to be too much, because what you're doing is you're self-abandoning, and that's how situationships happen. Breakdown in communication. So if you're on a date, you can just simply ask somebody, so what are your intentions with dating? Great. I'm super intentional with the way that I date. Just because I want to get married doesn't necessarily mean I want to get married to you. But if I am going to date somebody and spend more time with them, I want to at least know that this could evolve into something, because casual just doesn't work for me. Done. Whew. Boundary set. That way you can then see, do their actions and their words align? If they say they're looking for a relationship as well, great. If they say they're not and you are, and that's what you want, then don't waste your time. No, they will not change for you. No, you will not convince them otherwise. And no, you will not be this magical fairy fucking creature that comes from the lagoon that's going to get them to be in a relationship with you. So save your energy.
All right. Sorry. I just love the fact that she went straight to the point. Because when it comes down to, like, realistically, we are just too old for the kiddie games. That, in my opinion, that ended years ago. We too grown for that. And that's my opinion.
I think that was a song by stellar vocalist that we both love and respect, Tamia. Her song "Too Grown for That." I'm just too grown for that. From her Between Friends album. Anyway, so I didn't even give you the 180. Did you have more to say, or were you trying to finish for the timer? No. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and say, I like this a lot. And yes, she's absolutely right. Sometimes some people want a relationship and a loving connection. Sometimes people don't. And that's okay. That is okay. You know? I remember, and like, I decided in my mid 30s, early mid 30s, I think mid 30s, there was a time that I decided that I was like, you know what? I am going to put on my jacked profile that I am a man who wants another man to raise a family together. And this handsome fella hit me up in a similar age range. You know, like I'm an older millennial. He was a young Gen X. He was a young Gen Xer, you know, like 70s baby. And for me, 70s or 80s, whenever, it doesn't matter to me. And actually, he might have been early 80s. But he hit me up and he was like, first message was, let's build that family. And I was like, I just wasn't expecting it. And I didn't know how to not give up on love. And I was afraid in my mid 30s, you know, because I didn't get to sort through these things in high school. Don't even get me started. But I was afraid, and I ultimately ran away from him. I found some reasons in my mind to be like, he's just, yeah. So no, you know, it's like, anyway, but that's what he said. And that was a lesson for me like a song that'll be one of my songs one day. Actually, no, it already was. Eric Roberson's song Lessons. God has a funny way of teaching you lessons. And it's like that was a lesson, you know? And a former connection of mine would tell me how he really dislikes gay culture because ... I'll save it for my 1 minute. Basic complexity.